Hey everyone, welcome to What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Hackers have taken control of Donald Trump's new grifting website, the Patriot Legal Defense Fund, and have defaced it with something truly amazing.
I think we've been hacked.
I can't help it. This is just so on brand for the orange idiots. Now, due to the fact that Donald Trump is facing mounting indictments, lawsuits, and various legal issues, his political operation has had to steer more money than ever into covering his legal fees. According to a report from Open Secrets, groups in former President Donald Trump's political network have reported using about $130 million in donor funds to pay lawyers and cover legal costs since he first began running for office. Trump's legal costs have gotten so high that he's been forced to find a new way around campaign finance laws. So, as a result, he launched a new grifting machine called the Patriot Legal Defense Fund. His new fund is registered with the IRS as a special type of political nonprofit under Section 527 of the tax code, also known as 527 or a shadow group. I mean, the fact that it's known as a shadow group tells you everything you need to know about it. And its unique tax code allows Trump to draw unlimited donations from individuals and corporations. The whole thing is incredibly sketchy, and some even consider it to be illegal. Also, this new Patriot Legal Defense Fund should not be confused at all with Trump's earlier Patriot Legal Expense Fund from 2018 or Trump's fabricated election defense fund from 2020. You know, the one where the Trump campaign took $250 million in donations that it said would go to an election defense fund to pay for legal fees to overturn the 2020 presidential election results, but then didn't.
The Trump campaign knew these claims of voter fraud were false, yet they continued to barrage small-dollar donors with emails, encouraging them to donate to something called the Official Election Defense Fund. The Select Committee discovered no such fund existed.
I don't believe there is actually a fund called the Election Defense Fund.
Is it fair to say that the Election Defense Fund was another, I think we've called it a marketing tactic? Yes.
The claims that the election was stolen were so successful, President Trump and his allies raised $250 million, nearly $100 million in the first week after the election. On November 9th, 2020, President Trump created a separate entity called the Save America PAC. Most of the money raised went to this newly created PAC, not to election-related litigation. The Select Committee discovered that the Save America PAC made millions of dollars of contributions to pro-Trump organizations, including $1 million to Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows' charitable foundation, $1 million to the America First Policy Institute, a conservative organization which employs several former Trump administration officials, $204,857 to the Trump Hotel Collection, and over $5 million to Event Strategies, Inc., the company that ran President Trump's January 6 rally on the Ellipse. The evidence developed by the Select Committee highlights how the Trump campaign aggressively pushed false election claims to fundraise, telling supporters it would be used to fight voter fraud that did not exist.
Actually, here's a little explainer I made back in November 2020, right after Trump launched his legal defense scam. Welcome to President Trump's Election Defense Fund. I'd like to make a donation to stop Biden from stealing the election. Excellent. How much would you like to donate? $10. That's a start, I guess. $20? $50? I'm sure you can give more to help Daddy Trump. Well, money's pretty tight since we lost our business due to COVID. Yeah, that's a bummer. And we didn't qualify for Trump's stimulus check. Listen, are you gonna donate or what? Well, I guess I could do $100 just as once. Great. Wait, why are you splitting the money up like that? Well, 60% goes to Trump's new leadership PAC, Save America. For the recount? No, it's used to pay off Trump's campaign debt and whatever he wants, really. Okay, but what about the rest? The other 40% goes to the Republican National Committee, which isn't required to spend it on the recount at all. But I just gave you $100. None of that goes to the recount. You said you were MAGA for life. I am MAGA. MAGA? MAGA. 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 Now shut up and give me more money, bitch. And days after I made that in 2020, Trump changed the amount that went to his Save America PAC from 60% to 75%. This scam would later be dubbed by the January 6th committee as
the big ripoff.
And then fast forward to July 2023, the new Patriot Legal Defense Fund launches, and it pretty much resembles one of Trump's deranged press releases full of his victimhood language. Help defend Donald Trump because there is seemingly no boundary the radical left won't breach, no depth to which they will not plunge. You can start by donating to the Patriot Legal Defense Fund to defend Donald Trump and his allies. The Patriot Legal Defense Fund is our bulwark, our fortress in the storm. It's where we band together to safeguard those who served during the Trump administration, those wrongfully caught in the crosshairs of these endless investigations. And as of filming this episode, Trump's Patriot Legal Defense Fund has now been infiltrated by hackers, and they've defaced it with a very important message. At the very top of the page, it has Trump crossed out and says, "Hey, America is already great. Do not support Donald Trump's fraudulent Patriot Legal Defense Fund. Our Constitution, the big rule book of our nation, says that we're all equal. Nobody gets special treatment. A lie is when someone doesn't tell the truth on purpose. In some cases, like when people lie to the courts or the police, it's not just bad, it's a crime. Personal character is the mix of qualities that define a person, like honesty, kindness, and courage. It's how you act when no one is looking. It's doing the right thing even when it's tough. When we think about American presidents, there are some character traits that we've traditionally valued. We want leaders who are honest, brave, and selfless. These qualities have guided our nation through good and tough times, and they remind us what's great about America. Asking people to give money to your political campaign is okay when it's for the right reasons, like getting support to try to make the country better. But asking your friends to donate money to the Patriot Legal Defense Fund and then using that money to defend yourself from crimes? That doesn't seem right. A president is a citizen that has the job of a president for a while, but he is still just a citizen and subject to its laws. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but if someone keeps getting into trouble, we should think about what that means about someone's character. If a leader isn't truthful, it's hard to trust them, and that makes them dangerous. We should care about what's right and good for our country, not just one person. The hackers also made sure to change the links at the bottom of the page from supporting Trump to now supporting the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, the ACLU, the Brennan Center for Justice, and Rock the Vote. Trump's Legal Defense Fund being defaced by hackers is not only hilarious, but is also totally on brand for Trump. And as much as the defacement is a long rant about Donald Trump, it's an important essay about personal character and truth. Now, will it work to educate Trump's sycophants and make them see Trump as a grifting liar? Probably not, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a brilliant move. And again, as of filming this episode right now, the Legal Fund website is not fixed and is still under control of the hackers, which proves that Trump hires only the most incompetent people. Though I can only imagine the back and forth between Trump and his team as they try to explain this hack to him. Mr. Trump, I have some bad news. Hackers have taken control and defaced your Patriot Legal Defense Fund website.
Why don't you explain this to me like I am an 8-year-old?
Alright, well, people on the internet hacked your website, took down what you had before, and put up something new.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
Think of your website as your home and the hackers as graffiti artists. They broke into your home while you were sleeping and spray painted your walls.
Okay, break it down in terms of... Okay. I think I'm getting you.
Also, this is not even the first time that Trump has been the victim of hacking. In October 2020, Trump's Twitter account was hacked by a Dutch researcher by simply guessing Trump's password, MAGA 2020! Oh, and in 2016, that Dutch researcher and 2 others properly guessed Trump's password and got into his Twitter account. The password was... "You're fired." And Trump is the guy that people trust with nuclear codes? And then a week before the 2020 election, someone seized a page on DonaldJTrump.com and threatened to release classified info. And then in 2021, hackers tied to the group Anonymous gained access to a private version of Truth Social and posted images of defecating pigs, expletives, and more. In 2021, Trump's site DonaldJTrump.com was defaced by a pro-Turkey hacktivist. And just so you know, website defacement is a fairly low-grade tactic, which makes this statement by Trump pretty awkward.
Nobody gets hacked. To get hacked, you need somebody with 197 IQ, and he needs about 15% of your password, right?
Needless to say, it doesn't take a stable genius to hack Trump's websites. And as many times as Trump has been hacked, he'll never learn his lesson and will continue to hire incompetent people to protect him, because that's just who he is, a dumb, cheap loser. So yeah, I definitely anticipate this happening again. Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to connect with me at I Am Gabe Sanchez. And if you feel like supporting me as an independent creator, make sure to check out my Patreon. As a member, you'll get access to early episodes, a live weekend show, Q&As, and exclusive merch. To subscribe, go to patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been... What was that?